What is up, everybody? Rogue Hero here. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the UDS Invitational this past weekend, where it's currently still going on. I believe Thunder Dragons and Orcus is in the finals. And I want to talk about Dzeef and how he got top 4 with Altergeist, a deck a lot of us formerly thought was going to be pretty much dead going into this meta because Multi-Faker got hit down to 1. So, with all that being said, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin.
Ice on my wrist, looking kinda cool. Bad bitch with me, she ain't tryna move. Niggas staring at me, what you tryna do? Got me looking at my watch, and it's time to do.
So as you guys already know, who've all been following the UDS Invitational for 2019, fellow YouTuber Dzeef top 4 with Altergeist. Now, despite the differences we had in the past, I gotta give kudos to that because top 4 in any major event is something that's highly looked up to in the game due to the fact that it's hard to do, especially in a meta where it's so diverse and it's kind of hard to side deck. But the main thing I wanted to focus on, outside of giving kudos to Dzeef, is the Altergeist matchup and how it has evolved from the original playstyle of this controlling the board to Multi-Faker. Because as some of you may or may not know, I personally played against Altergeist at my case tournament for Rising Rampage with my hero deck, and even though I beat it, I noticed how annoying it can be playing against. I played against the other fellow YouTuber. I can't think of the name right now. My mind is firing all over the place. And pretty much he showed me a breakdown of what Ultraguys can do, and that is still control the board with Siliquist and abuse the hell out of Protocol. Now, Altergeist Protocol, it negates monster effects. So in a deck like Altergeist, where you want to go first, now I don't know Dzeef's list. He may not be relying on Protocol, but I'm pretty sure he's playing Protocol. It's just too good not to run any monster negate. You want to use it, and it also abuses Siliquist that bounce one monster, bounce another monster because it's a compulsory evacuation device. And I've also seen a lot of Altergeist players, hell, a lot of back row heavy players use things like that one trap card who I can't think of right now. That's like a snatch steal. You activate it and just take control of your opponent's monster. So with all that controlling going on, I can really see why they did damage. Another thing people have to think about as well with somebody like him topping this event with that deck is he's very familiar with that deck. And that's one thing I like to preach on this channel, is being familiar with a specific archetype and deck. Reason being, no matter how good you are as a player, no matter how many events you may or may not have topped, it is very hard to master a deck. Reason being, yeah, you can master the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combos, X, Y, Z, and etc. But at the same time frame, you guys gotta understand what to do in specific situations versus specific matchups. And me coming from the Midwest, going to regionals over here in Rosemont regionals, and seeing Dzeef playing that specific deck at almost every regionals I've been going to this past season, I'm not surprised that he mastered the archetype and has done well with this archetype at said specific event. I mean, it makes sense. You play the deck all the time, you're very familiar with it, and you're gonna top with it eventually. It's kind of like me with my heroes and yugioh with his Cyber Dragons. Once you get the practice, rinse, repeat combos of an archetype, you play the deck 10 times better than someone who has not played the deck. For example, I've personally seen people net deck decks online and completely scrubbing against me at locals and or at big events. But I've also seen good players who invented said decks, like a Dangerous Thunder Dragon deck, or people who just practice the deck enough to master it, play that same deck and they're just good with it. And it has nothing to do with the skill level of the player. Obviously that comes in a factor as well, but certain people just don't click well with certain decks, and they haven't had enough time to play the decks to know the ins and outs of specific situations, when to go into what card and when to trigger certain specific things. And with a rogue deck like Altergeist that got hurt on the ban list by losing Multi-Faker down to 1, you definitely need to know how to abuse and take advantage of that one Multi-Faker. Not only that, on top of speaking of having one Multi-Faker, it's searchable with personal spoofing. For you guys that do not know what personal spoofing is, I believe you could shuffle one Altergeist card into your deck to add another one out of your deck. A lot of Altergeist players, like my homie Q, who was on my channel a couple of times, to travel with me to regionals, and you may see him in a vlog in my upcoming regionals. Spoofing is an instant multi-faker, so no matter what kind of hand you have, as long as personal spoofing is at 3, you're gonna get your multi-faker. And then also you got things like 1-for-1 as well to help you out get your other level 1 monsters, because Altergeist do take advantage of the level 1 monsters. And the level 1 Link monster, they use that new, at least the builds I've been seeing at locals and playing against online, they use that new Settlement Grade Link, and they also use the Link Karibo just to help them stall out and do some damage as well, especially taking advantage of Siliquist. So personal spoofing is really, really good because it allows you just to abuse your multi-faker, which is gonna just set up a board of Siliquist. And once you start just bouncing your opponent's cards back and setting them behind, and you start setting up your board, your opponent's gonna have a hard time. And then not to mention as well, back to Altergeist Protocol, the card that negates monster effects, that is very relevant in this meta because if you think about it, I've had a lot of games where my opponent abused cards like Cypher and Gamma to negate my monster effect my turn in, and that's me playing heroes. But if you think against decks like Crusadia Guard Dragon, the deck that abuses Crusadia Guard Dragon LP to bring out that one Guard Dragon to bring out the other one that brings out the monster from the extra deck, which you're gonna set up that Red Dragon Archfiend, you're gonna wanna have some consistent negate. There is no way in the hell you guys are gonna do damage without having some consistent negate. So you know, Altergeist as an archetype is very, very scary to play against, and they have some really good plays as well. And the last thing I wanted to touch up on why Dzeef did so well with this deck at this event, it's a meta call that people did not expect. Because me personally, honestly, if I go to any major event, I don't see Altergeist as a threatening deck. I see it as a rogue deck. I see it as a deck that I can smack up very easily because it got neutered. I personally feel like if they can't open up a multi-faker, they're gonna lose. And or once I handle that multi-faker, they can't beat me. But at the same time frame, when they're recycling their cards with their Siliquist, like their personal spoofings, and or their things like their protocols to reset it, to bounce back your stuff again, you're gonna have a hard time. So meta calls, rogue decks, things that are unexpected, and nowadays is huge, especially because no one knows what the meta is. So no one knows how to adjust their side deck and extra deck for said decks to play against. So when you look at the whole thing overall, when you go into a major event, any major event right now, you're thinking about Sky Strikers, Settlement Grades, because that deck is still kind of solid, Heroes, because it's been getting a lot of hype, and Thunder Dragon. So there's really not a lot of room for Altergeist. Yeah, you can side deck in your Twin Twisters. Yeah, you can side deck in Rare Reboots. And yeah, you could potentially side in Dingo Sacco. But guess what? No one's siding Rare Reboots. Everyone's siding Twin Twisters, and that's it. I mean, yeah, you can also argue evenly matched is good as well as other things like Tornado Dragon. But overall, no one's really focusing on that deck right now, which is why I personally believe Altergeist did so well. And then people probably feel like, okay, if they have one multi-faker, once I get rid of that card, it's over. No, because once you lock the board down with Siliquist, they can't really do a lot of damage to you. But I'm telling you from my experience, bro, when I played against the deck at my case tournament, it was really annoying to deal with the Siliquist, keep bouncing back the protocol, resetting the protocol to negate the stuff, and having a constant negate as well. And it's also annoying for knowing that they have 3 personal spoofings, as well as that stupid trap card that can snatch steal my monsters and just wreck me with it. So with all that being said, man, tell me what you guys think. Did I sound accurate? Did I sound accurate? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys are new here, I will invite you to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm uploading every Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays, and I do my live streams every Wednesdays at between 9 and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout here for that. My live streams are lit. We always do live Yu-Gi-Oh discussions. And I also have a new clothing line now on Teespring. Check it out. It's my channel avatar, which is the innovate with the Rogue Hero. You can do the cool face right now. I might do the shirts for the angry face. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. So, with all that being said, once again, this is Rogue Hero, and I'm signing out. Peace and stay innovative. Deuces.